So Emu is the talk of the town. Nerona, Emu, king of the world, right? They were presumably revealed in chapter 1179, except not really. Okay, so here's the funny thing. And someone sent me this, and it's a very good point. Okay, so when we see Nerona Emu transform, right, and they are perched atop one of the spires of Ort's castle, I think something needs to be said. And I don't know how many people have noticed this, because I didn't notice it. But if you can see a discernible silhouette atop the spire, Emu is huge. Now, is Emu a giant? Absolutely not. However, what's interesting is that when we see Emu arrive in the throne room, they are very small because that's how they actually look. Why they are so big once they are perched atop one of the spires is because they have transformed. This makes sense because we know the demon that Emu can become is big, and we've had several hints to that demon being quite large, presumably larger than most of the beings that we've seen in One Piece so far, perhaps bigger than San Juan Wolf, actually, because we see our first glimpse of this when Sabo and Nefertiti Cobra are in the throne room of Emu, and Sabo attacks Emu only for Emu to eat his fire attack, and Emu was a huge silhouette back then. However, we know that this demon is huge and, again, possibly one of the biggest creatures in the series, because when we see the mural in this very arc, we see Nika fighting a giant demonic force holding a sun. That is the full Zoan transformation of Emu. That's what that is. So what we're seeing now is an in-between. Is this a confirmation of Emu's gender? I'm not sure. Because what is so perplexing about this reveal is that whom we are seeing is not what Emu actually looks like. Whom we are seeing is simply a hybrid state, presumably, of what Emu can actually do. But this is not their full state, presumably, because we don't see the bat wings that they have been shown to have in the mirror, presumably, and of whom they have bestowed to many a character throughout this arc. So, presumably, the full transformation has the bat wings and is even bigger than the form that was revealed in chapter 1179. But here's the thing I really just want to get down to. I think the actual body of Nerona Emu is going to be a big reveal, because after Oda has pulled the trigger on how their hybrid state looks, what is actually the purpose of keeping their actual body a secret? That's why I'm not too sure on the gender just yet, because it seems like that's going to be a big reveal within itself, because it just seems too strange to show off the hybrid state first. It puts me in the same frame of mind as Morgan's, because he's always in his hybrid state all the time, and that means that there's possibly a secret with him as well. So that's why I wouldn't jump the gun in saying Emu is one thing or another. Now, to be fair, Zoans have never changed the gender of their users in the past. However, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because mythical Zoans are operating on their own rule sets most of the time. So we don't know what's in store in the future, but I will keep my eyes peeled. With that being said, if you are enjoying the video so far, click the like button. And if you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button followed by that bell so you never miss a video. In addition, if you could, please hit the hype button, because it really does help. With that being said, give me your thoughts and tell your friends about Polypede Works.